Hello everyone, and welcome back to On the Bright Side. I'm your host, Caroline Susko. I hope you all are slaying the day away and are choosing to look on the bright side because that is the best way to live your life. So if you're not now, let's get into that mindset and let's do it together. You guys, my goodness, when I record these episodes, I swear it feels like a form of therapy. Like, you guys, I keep saying you guys already, but when I get on here and start talking, it's a weight off my shoulders. Like, I can just take a deep breath and talk about whatever is on my mind that day, just me and the mic and you guys when you listen. And don't get me wrong, I love being busy. I thrive off of busy. I love being surrounded by people, but there's some days I just need quiet. I just need to be by myself where I just like to be alone and think about what's going on, what's going on with life, what's going on with the people around me, yada, yada, yada. And so I've been trying to do that a lot more because, I'm always just going. So I've been trying to, sit back, reflect, and just breathe for a second. And the more I think about my life and the people around me and what's going on, the more I think about all these little things in life that happen that get us to where we are today. Like every little step. It's so amazing to think like that because every minute of every day, every, hello, every walk, every decision has gotten us to where we are today, who we're surrounded by, who we know, and just like the life we live. And it's weird because if you think if I made this decision instead of this decision, I wonder where I would be. Or, hey, if I didn't walk downtown that day and meet this person, I wonder who I would be friends with now. It's so many little steps in little directions, that are literally such simple decisions, but they bring us to something so much bigger. And it's just crazy that every little decision, every emotion, everything you say has an effect on the way you live. And honestly, I don't know where I'm going with this today. I know what we're talking about today, but I guess that really does not have much to do with today's episode. But, I really wanted to share that. And in the beginning of these episodes, it's kind of a free-for-all, chit-chat, share what you want. So there's that little piece of advice going into that. But today, we are going to talk about Hot Girl Summer and what my version looks like of a Hot Girl Summer and what each of our versions look like of a hot girl summer, because there are so many versions and people feel like they need to follow one to be this definition of this hot girl. But to live your best life, it's doing what you do best, and no one knows that more than you. So everyone's hot girl summer is going to look a little different, and that's what makes it so much fun. There's no specific guides and rules. You do you for you. So today, we're going to talk about my version, so maybe you can kind of adapt some of my things and make your own version. So like Taylor's version, Caroline's version, your version. But honestly, that kind of brings me into my grateful of today. June was an absolute blessing for me. I have been so busy that I've completely forgot to talk about what went down in June and so many of the crazy things to start my summer off right. I mean, not even right. Right would just be sitting by a pool, being so happy and content with that. This was a whole dream. June was a whole dream in itself. So first, I got home from school and my mom surprised my cousins, my sister, and I with Taylor Swift tickets. So we went to MetLife, we made bracelets, and we were trading with people, but everyone was just so nice and happy, and there was 70,000 people, and it was just such a cool once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I don't think a concert will compare to that after being lucky enough to go there. Hold on, time out. Did you guys just see the Taylor Swift concert where they literally caused an earthquake to shake it off like that? That is insane to me. That is crazy. Oh, and then our surprise songs were Welcome to New York. This one she kind of just went right into. She didn't announce it or anything. She just slid that right in. And then she played Clean, and we were all so excited. Everyone was screaming. I personally was come on, Dear John, Dear John, Dear John is my favorite song by her ever. But this Clean was also amazing. Second best song. She's also just such a girl boss, so amazing. Like, how do you stand on stage for 3 hours and sing? Even our backup dancers, like 3 hours straight, like smiling, jazz hands, like all of it. Like the outfit changes, the dive. It was insane. And then after that, I got to go on vacation. The one I won from Spencer. We went to Florida for 5 days, my friends and I, and it was literally such an amazing week. I couldn't have asked for a better trip. And the house was absolutely amazing. We stayed at Cali Villas. The host was amazing. And yeah, if you guys are ever in Cape Canaveral, Florida, I definitely recommend going there. It was literally a trip of a lifetime and a picture opportunity around every corner. And then when I got home, I got to go see Thomas Rhett with my 2 best friends. And he is another one of my favorite artists ever. So many wonderful, grateful opportunities happened for me in a month. And I feel so blessed that I was able to go do that and spend time with my sister, my cousins, my friends. When we went on the pink trip, my friends from school came and my friends from home came, so they got to meet each other, and that was so much fun because it's like 2 worlds colliding. We've already have our next trip planned together because we're like, we need to do this again. This is the best group ever. I'm not trying to like come on here and be like, oh my gosh, I did this and this. I just like, I feel super lucky, and I think these were such cool experiences to talk about. But yeah, moving on, you guys, it's time to talk about Hot Girl Summer, Caroline's version, because we have hit summer. We are here, ladies. I mean, not only have we hit summer, but we are halfway through it. But this is a good as time as any to talk about this. I mean, you've seen it on TikTok. You've heard 1,000,001 people say it. So let's talk about it today because I feel like it gets a lot of different meanings. And that's where I want to start today. Hot Girl Summer started on TikTok, for those of you who are not familiar with it. And it was kind of like a phrase of like, having the summer you want. But I feel like the definition got to be a little stronger with time. So at first, I would say the meaning of Hot Girl Summer was to go to parties every night, to get with a lot of guys, to do what you wanted to do, go crazy, have fun, YOLO. It's literally what it was. It was just like YOLO your summer, say yes to everything, be spontaneous, like be crazy, you're young, you only live once, you're young and hot. And as time moved on, the definition definitely evolved to kind of match more people. Over the years, Hot Girl Summer has kind of turned into more of the self-love kind of summer, putting yourself first, protecting your peace, being super productive, loving who you are, finding that confidence, finding yourself, finding your friends, finding your people, finding that group around you, and being in that judgment-free zone. And if people judge you, just kind of letting it roll off your back because you're just kind of like, okay, who are they to talk? Who are they to talk about me? I know me more than anyone. And kind of just living a summer of relaxation, of peace, and doing what's best for yourself. And before I get any further, this right here on the bright side is a judgment-free zone. I don't care what kind of hot girl summer you're into, to each their own. Everyone thrives in their own different ways. Hot girl summer isn't like, let's lay down the laws. This is what you need to have a hot girl summer. This is, you need to do A, B, C, and D. Hot girl summer, HGS, is what you do on your own for yourself. And so personally for me, I'm more of the second definition where I'm working really hard to find self-love, to find my confidence, to focus on things that are going to help my future and be surrounded by people I want to be. But there's definitely parts of that definition that don't work into my lifestyle. They're like, read 1 book a week. I'm like, I can't do that. I can read a book, but I cannot read a book every week. I am a busy, busy girl. But see, it's just like accommodating these hot girl summers to help you. So that's why today I'm talking about my version of a hot girl summer. But every HGS hot girl summer is everyone's own summer. And this phrase has a different meaning for everyone to do what they need to do for themselves. Hot girl summer is your own summer, but to have a hot girl summer, you have to master the hot girl mindset. You have to master the hot girl mentality of simply not giving an F, of having so much confidence that it radiates around you, having so much self-love that you do not care what other people think about you, protecting your peace and being surrounded by nothing but the best people, being confident in your own outfits, being confident in what you wear, how you look, being confident not just with your looks, but with the person you are on the inside. And today, that brings me to Caroline's version of Hot Girl Summer. Number 1, the most important thing that you can do for yourself is pull on other strengths. So we're going to start off with a question. I want you to think about 3 people that you absolutely love and say them out loud. 3 people. Now I'm going to guess one of those 3 people that you absolutely love, one of those names was not yourself. And that is why we are first starting with self-love today. Because by the end of this, when we name 3 people, one of it is going to be us. We are going to love ourselves. And that's what we're working towards this summer. No matter what kind of hot girl summer we're having, the number one thing in any of them is self. Because no matter what, strengths like self-love are always going to be there for you. When your physical strengths can't always be there for you. You know, we're going to grow older. We're going to look different. We're going to age. We're going to gain weight. We're going to lose weight. That's life. But the thing that always stays constant is the strengths we have. And if we can develop those strengths and use them to further ourselves, we are already halfway there. The biggest strength you have, no matter who you are, is not your appearance. It's looking past looks and focusing on other parts of yourself. So, an example, it's like looking to your confidence. When you are feeling your absolute worst, your confidence is always going to be there. If you have confidence, your confidence is always there. And what people notice more than looks, than attitude, than anything like that is confidence. Because if you're sure with yourself, if you are happy with the person you are, you radiate that energy. And when you radiate confidence, you show the people around you who you are, what you hold, the power you hold, and people start to jump onto that. Because have you ever heard a person be like, "No, I don't really want confidence." Nope, because everyone wants confidence. Everyone wants to be confident in the person they are. So when people see confident people, they want to leech onto them and learn the behaviors because, again, who doesn't want to be confident? So to be confident is pulling on other strengths, and that is going to get you your confidence, and that is the first step of Caroline's version of a hot girl summer, having confidence, which also means not second-guessing yourself, not looking to other people for validation, talking up to yourself. Like, the most powerful thing is your words, and your words have effect on the people around you and always yourself. So always make sure to be talking up to yourself. And if you catch yourself talking down to yourself, correct it in that moment, because confident queens only talk up, and not only about themselves, also to the people around them. Next one, with confidence, you have to wholeheartedly be yourself. You don't want to leech onto trends. Think about it like this. Most people who are discovered for their like unique talents or something really cool about them, it's because they're not following the crowd. It's because they are wholeheartedly being themselves and doing something different. And then people want to follow that different, and it's a cycle in itself. So by being yourself and being wholeheartedly yourself, more people want to follow in your footsteps, even if it's not right away, because they're like, oh, that could be really cool. And they jump onto it. Like, few people get super famous doing something that everyone else is doing. To become famous, to become known, most people are setting themselves apart. So by setting yourself apart, it brings confidence because you're doing what you want to do. And another big thing with confidence is that you have to try your absolute best to not compare yourself to the people around you, because we're all at different places in our lives. No matter what age we are, no matter who we are, everyone does things uniquely to their own timeline. And the other day I was thinking about this because, you know, it's one thing to just be like, don't worry about other people and be confident. But think about it like this. I was on Pinterest, like I always am, and I saw this idea, and it basically was saying that you shouldn't compare. You can't. Not that you shouldn't. You can't compare your chapter 2 to someone's chapter 8. We're all at different parts in our lives, and we're doing different things at all different ages. And like I talked about before, just because you're a certain age doesn't mean A, B, and C has to come, because that's quote unquote the normal path. You can't compare your life to someone else's because you don't know the background it took. Someone could have started reading their book before. Someone could have started writing their book before and are already on chapter 8. But you're going to get to chapter 8. But first you got to get to chapters 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's all different paths. It's all different speeds. But we're all going to get there. The chapters will continue. It just depends on the pace you're reading, the pace you're writing, the pace of your book. Like sometimes people read chapter 1 again to get a better understanding. That's the same thing with life. Sometimes people do it a second time around to get a better understanding. We're all at our own paces. And to have that confidence is to realize you're at your own pace. You're at your own part of life. And you're not at the same path as the people around you for a reason. You're doing you. And this is just an add-on now, but I saw this TikTok the other day and it was like, Barack Obama retired at 40. Trump didn't even start working till he was 70. And they both are very successful people, whether we like them or not. We see that. So it really just shows that we are very much on time with our own lives and that we are living the timeline we are supposed to. And that brings me to my second rule of Caroline's version of a hot girl summer. And that is not giving a crap what other people think about you. You know you better than anyone around you. And your real friends know you better than anyone around you as well. So when people are mean, you just realize they're insecure. That you just kind of start feeling bad. And once you kind of take on that mindset of understanding their insecurity, you realize to start care less and less. And you kind of develop that let them mindset. If they're going to talk about me, let them. If they want to waste their breath on me, let them. Let them. Because while they are consumed with me, I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to work on the power of me and do what I'm here to do. And keep at it. Keep that confidence going. Make those TikToks you want to make. Post what you want. Rock a new outfit. Try a new hobby. Talk to this guy. Just check in on your happiness. And when you know it's there, keep at it. Keep doing what you're doing. Because when you unlock that happiness and how you're getting it, you're opening your life to so many opportunities. And when people around you don't want to see that happiness, it's just them trying to dig away at all the things you're capable of. And they're just jealous. So let them keep talking. Let them do it. And it's actually, when I think about it, it kind of makes you feel really good in a way if you really, really stop to think about it. Because it's like, oh, they see my confidence. They see I'm doing well. They see I'm happy and they just can't take it. When people see confidence in others and are mean, it's literally just shows that they're having such a hard time finding their own confidence that they're trying to knock people down and get them on an even playing field. I saw this quote and it was said, you will never, ever, ever meet a hater in your life doing better than you. And so next time someone talks bad about you, think about that. All right, number 3, chase your peace. A hot girl summer consists of what makes you happy, of what makes you go, of what makes you find that zen in your life. And you can find that in so many ways, which is so nice because, there's so many things in life that's just exhausting and tiring and that you can't control. But this you can control. You can control where you find your peace and who gives it to you. So surrounding yourself by very certain people that make you feel good at all times, that you're in your truest form when you're with them, that you find the best part of yourself when you're with them. Same thing with doing activities and games and what you do in your free time, Some people might really love going out on the town, or some people really might like playing pickleball or something. It's so different what everyone's passion holds, and that's what the nice part about this is, because you do you for you, and you have the power to chase that peace. You have the power to determine who you want to hang out with. You have the power to do what you do in your free time, and the more you start sticking with those decisions that make you feel good,
the better your life is going to be. So if you want to start somewhere, start with the little choices. Start with who you hang out with. Start with what you do in your free time, because time is so precious. And I know we say that, but like, think about how quickly your life has gone this far. And in the moments that we're living in now, we want to find that dream life. We want to find those dream people, your passions, your dream job, what keeps you entertained and excited. You know, if you really love this job, just say marketing or whatever, chase it. If you really want to start a social media career, chase it. The only person that's stopping you is you. So keep chasing it, keep going for what you want, and one day it'll pay off. And if you chase your peace, chase your passions, chase what you absolutely love, you can't ask for anything better. It's not like you'll look back and say, oh, what if I did this? What if I did this? Because you did it. And to chase your peace, it also means finding what your peace is. So this summer, trying new things. You have more time than you usually do. I mean, I'm going to guess most of the people listening are in school right now or just getting into their careers or whatever. But whether you're in a job or you're in school, summer is still the best time to try new things because the weather is good. Everyone is literally their happiest selves, and everyone's just more open to doing fun things. Like, if you don't try stuff, you're obviously not going to find what you like, find your peace. So I, like, for example, really want to try pickleball. It looks so much fun. So, like, together, social event, working out, talking with my friends, sounds awesome. Sounds like something I want to try. So this summer, I'm going to make sure I do that, because all we have is now, and especially in summer when things start to relax for a second, we get to try these wonderful things. So for me personally, this summer, I've tried my absolute best to get out of a routine and try different things in different ways each week. So like last week, my friends and I, we went to a cycling class, and then we were talking about maybe we wanted to go to Pilates. And then my friend and I, the other night, we painted wine glasses. Like, you know, it's just fun, artistic, happy, good memories that like are actually beneficial to you and like your mental health and your happiness, versus like other things that are just short-term fun that you're just kind of doing to do. And don't get me wrong, you need to have both in life. Of course. But the point of all this is that the more new things you try, the more new people you hang out with, the more likely to find your peace like that. You're more likely to find what makes you go, what makes you happy, which makes you feel your best self at all times. And also, to chase your peace also means you have to protect your peace, which means realizing how precious time is and deciding what you do with the peace you have. Because with all of us, we only hold so much peace. We don't have enough peace to hold us together forever. And we want to distribute that peace in the way that also brings us peace. So it's kind of like a boomerang in a way. Here I go with my like little metaphor analogy things. But if you throw your energy out like a boomerang to another person, there's two options. The boomerang can turn around and bring that energy and peace back, or the boomerang can land and fall and not return that peace. So you want to be surrounded by the people and the activities that make that peace come round, that you're not just distributing your peace to other people and not getting any for yourself. You need peace just as much as you're giving it. So for this hot girl summer, you're going to spend it with people who make you feel good at all time, who don't make you anxious or make you, I don't know, they just make you feel at peace at all time, and it comes back around to you. And same with the activities you do. Yes, you want to get out of your comfort zone, and yes, it's not always that calm peace you want to feel, but it's that sense of peace that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing with the people, and you're doing what's best for you, and not just falling into what other people are doing. So for me personally, I am not a super big goer-outer person. I thrive better in like small groups, and I've learned that over the past year, which I'm really lucky to learn, because oh my gosh, for the longest time, I thought I thrived in big groups with lots of people going out, and that just wasn't for me. So now, to protect my peace, I know how to protect it. I know who to be around, what to do. And for a while, I felt super left out. I was like, oh, I'm missing out. I'm not seeing people I really want to. So I would completely put all of my peace and good energy out because I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss out. But then the more I kept going out, the more I realized this isn't bringing me peace at all. This is just making me feel like I'm not missing out. But once I actually would get to these things, I was like, I'm not missing out on anything. This isn't fun for me. This isn't something that makes me feel at peace. And it's something I don't want to do anymore. And once I realized that, life got so much better because I was doing things with the precious time I had that I actually enjoyed and felt good doing. And with the people that make me feel so good. So, moral of this lesson and this note to a hot girl summer is to be done with things that don't make you feel good and don't just do them because you feel like you have to do them because it's like the social status or because of FOMO. And soon enough, you'll realize it's not even FOMO anymore. You'll realize it never was even fun for you anymore. And once you actually start chasing your peace and protecting it, you'll find people and activities in your life that are what you were actually missing out on this whole time. So, chase your peace, protect your peace, and give your peace to the people who also give you peace. All right, my next piece of advice for a hot girl summer is that not everything needs to be aesthetic. Not everything in your life needs to be perfectly Pinterest worthy and Instagram story worthy. To have a hot girl summer, you have to realize that life isn't perfect and not everything you do is going to be aesthetic and should be aesthetic. I feel like for a lot of us, when we think of a hot girl summer, we think of getting our hair done to look good again, getting our eyebrows done, getting our nails done, getting a new wardrobe. And we're like, okay, once we have those things, like we'll be good to go, a glow up hot girl summer. But a hot girl summer is so much more than just that. And I think a very important thing about a hot girl summer is realizing that it's not about the items. It's not about getting your hair done or your nails done that make you the hot girl of the hot girl summer. The hot girl of the hot girl summer learns that everything she needs to have a hot girl summer is, and always has been, right in front of her. I feel like people think like, to have a hot girl summer, you need like so much money because you need to get a new wardrobe to actually feel aesthetic. And, you need to get all these makeup products, all the Charlotte Tilbury products because everyone else does their get ready with me with those. And if I don't have those get ready with me items, then how am I going to do a get ready with me? And how is it going to be aesthetic if I'm not matching the aesthetics from everyone else? Or glamorizing your bedtime routine. That's such a big one. Being like, I need silk matching pajamas to make this get ready with me. I need matching sheets with the matching pillow covers just so it like works perfectly and I can finally have an aesthetic bedtime routine. This whole time, and this is what you need to realize, everyone who thinks their life is aesthetic makes it aesthetic because they have and use what's in front of them. Example, just say you have a sweatshirt you always wear to bed. Instead of being like, oh my gosh, I need new matching silk PJs so I can glamorize my bedtime routine. No, you glamorize what's in front of you. You glamorize that sweatshirt. Like, that's the real part. And that's actually getting ready for bed with you because that's actually what you wear to bed. And the more we like buy these products to make this aesthetically pleasing video and make our lives feel aesthetic, the only thing we're doing is making more people want to compare themselves and buy these new things. The only thing we're doing is helping businesses get more money because we think to have and live an aesthetic lifestyle, it's all about money. It's all about items. No, to live an aesthetic lifestyle is glamorizing your normal life. And when I say glamorizing, just living in that normal life and being real about your life and not being like, I did the gua sha and then I did the ice roll and then I put my silk pajamas on and got into my silk bed sheets and put my night mask on and went to bed. No, because it's not real. And people think they need all this stuff to have their life look good and feel good. But it's really just brands tricking you and influencers tricking you into thinking that you need something that you don't. And not every part of your life is and should be glamorous and aesthetic. Because, like, honestly, think on it. I see so many TikToks where everyone's glamorously running and they're like on like a 10K in like free people movement outfits and just look like not sweaty and glowy. And I go on a run and I'm like literally bending over about to vomit with sweat dripping down me. I don't know. It's just realizing that not everything has to be so glamorous and aesthetic and pretty. Sometimes life just should be as it is and posted as it is. The day I was going on a run that morning, before I posted a picture of the path I was running in the woods, and it was like super pretty, and I was like 7 a.m. run, and then I was running, and then I was like, no, this isn't what it actually is. So then I actually posted how I was actually doing on my run, and it got so much more positive feedback because people were like, literally me, like finally someone actually showing what it is like to run and be exhausted and not looking like a model running. And by taking away all these high standards of everything has to be so pretty and everything has to be aesthetic and glamorous, it makes your life so much more happier and fulfilling, because you start to realize the beauty in your everyday life, in the everyday items you have in your life, in the everyday things you see in your life. And once your mind shifts in that way, you realize how wonderful and beautiful the life is that you're living right now, and stop wanting other things, stop wanting to live other lifestyles, stop wanting new clothes, because you love what you have right now and you're actually in love with it and romanticizing it. So in the summer, when we're like, oh, I wish I lived in Hawaii, like everything would be so much cuter there. Just remember, there's people who are dying to live where you live. And instead of being like, I wish, just make what you have amazing. Make your life a real, actual aesthetic that people actually live every day, and not something where you're setting up items and posing in certain ways just to pretend to live this quote unquote aesthetic lifestyle. You have an aesthetic lifestyle right in front of you. Just open your eyes and actually live it for the life it is. All right, next piece of advice for a hot girl summer: experiences over items. I want you to all look back on your life right now and think of the best memories you've had. And now I'm guessing what comes to mind are moments with your friends, moments with your family, a time you went on this vacation and had so much fun, a sleepover with one of your friends where you could not stop hysterically laughing and were literally peeing your pants, a funny memory. These are the memories that stay with you. These are the memories that you look back on and are like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine that night any other way. That is the core memory of my life. That is my canon event. And now think about all the things that you've bought. Think about like, oh, this new shirt that you absolutely love, or this new bag, or these shoes. No experience came with it. I bet you not one of those memories in your head was about something you physically bought. Like, I really do not think one of your best core memories is buying your Gucci handbag or your new favorite sandals. Like, the best memories that came to your mind are the ones of experiences. So this summer, experience as much as you can and do everything you can. Go to the beach with your friends. Have yourself a day. Go paint wine glasses with your best friend and have a girls' night in. Go paddleboarding. Go to the city. Go even go have a picnic. Go watch the sunset. Do things with value that are actually going to bring value and memories to your life later, and not just stuff that have short-term value. If we were all given $10, everyone in this world, and we were allowed to spend it any way we want, we just had to spend it, there would be two kinds of people spending. There were people who would buy clothes, and there were people that would do an experience out of it. And with the same $10, it would be an extreme different measure of happiness. You know, you can buy a pair of shoes and be happy for a day and feel confident, but you can also go drive to the sunset with your best friend and actually make a long-term memory. And do you see what I'm saying? With that, just the way you spend your time and the way you spend your money really have a direct impact on your happiness. So do things this summer that make you have long-lasting memories. Make memories about more than items. And to make these memories, you don't even need to spend money. It's the little things. It's going to watch a sunset. It's going to swim. It's going on a bike ride with a friend. It's literally going on a walk with your friend. You're going to remember those memories so much more. So make those kind of memories, because I promise you, it'll make you so much happier and feel so much more fulfillment. Some super fun suggestions Do a dip night with your friends. It's so easy, it's so fun, and it gets everyone bonding. Play fishbowl. I will post the instructions on my not Finsta, oh my goodness, on my podcast story, because it is such a fun social game to get you and your friends hysterically laughing, and all you need is a piece of paper and pen. And it's just things like that. All right, I'm really getting into these, guys. I'm going to try to speed them up a little. All right, my next one. To have a hot girl summer, do activities that are actually bettering you. And again, please remember, this is my guide to my hot girl summer. We all have different versions. But personally, I think it's so important, and I see people so much happier when they're doing things that are actually going to help them later in life. That they're spending times and dedicating their times to things that actually make them happy. One of the things that I see so many people do is just get drunk every single weekend. And again, to each their own. Like, some people might be thriving off that lifestyle of just being super social and drinking and all that. But all I can think about is, imagine how much more your life would be if you dedicated all that time you allotted to doing that kind of stuff and refocused it on something like your passion. Think about how much better it would allow you to be. It's such a simple one, and don't get me wrong, it's a hard one to do. But I want you to realize that, again, your time is precious, and summer is a great time to be able to further yourself, and use that time wisely. Use that time to go out, have fun, but also use that time to make it a productive lifestyle, to make it a life you want, filled with the passions you're chasing. You can have a productive lifestyle and have fun. Try to incorporate both, because you're going to be so thankful later on that you did. Next one, simple. We hear it a lot. Wear what you want to wear. Don't follow trends just to follow trends. If you don't feel comfortable, don't wear it. Life is too short to pretend to be someone you're not. And that's all I'm going to say about that one, because I feel like people talk about it so much. But wear what you want. Don't succumb to trends and what other people are wearing. Wear what makes you feel confident. Wear the bathing suits that make you confident. Be the confident girl boss you are. Now, those are my big pieces of advice for a hot girl summer. To surround yourself with good people, to have a productive summer, to wear what you want, experiences over items, and, just have fun. Life is so short. As simple as it is, have fun. But now I have little rules of thumb that I kind of don't really have much to say about them. You get them enough on your own, but I definitely wanted to add them to Caroline's version of a hot girl summer. Find movement first. Find something you enjoy that's a type of physical activity, just because you will feel so much better once you're moving. If you're laying on the couch all day, you're not going to feel that same type of energy. It's a different kind of energy that comes from getting up, moving around, being social. And getting up and moving around, not because you have to, because you want to and you get to and you're lucky enough to. Such a fun example of this is going to play tennis with your friends. Playing tennis with your friends, it's so simple to learn how to do. You don't have to be perfect at it. Me and my friends, we are so far from good at it. But we'll just go in the morning, hit it back and forth, update each other with our lives, and just get moving and have fun and start our days off on a good, strong note. Also, take time to relax too. I need to listen to myself on this one, but don't always go, try to check off 1,000,001 boxes. Some days you need those lazy days where you literally do nothing but watch a movie and put your feet up on the couch. Those days are just as important. Now, my final one to have a hot girl summer is let your standards go higher, not lower. And I mean this with every type of relationship. Be around people that make you feel good, and if you're not around people that aren't making you feel good, don't just hang out with people who aren't making you feel good just to hang out with them. Don't be starting to talk to guys that you know are not good for you just because you're bored. Have a good summer. Enjoy the time that you have now, whether you're in a relationship or you're single. Let this summer be the one to finding yourself. Don't waste more time where you shouldn't. This is going to be your summer to find yourself, to find your people, to protect your peace, to chase your peace, and just have a fun summer. And remember, hot girl summer is what you make of it. So to follow hot girl summer, Caroline's version, you can be single, you can be in a relationship, This hot girl summer is not about anyone but yourself, because at the end of the day, a hot girl summer is a mentality and it's a mindset, and anyone can chase it. And that is Caroline's version of a hot girl summer. Not fully in depth. I could go on way more, but I know you guys get the idea, and I don't want to talk your ear off, but thank you so much for listening. I hope this helped you figure out what your version of a hot girl summer is, and realize that there is no one version of a hot girl summer, and everyone is living their hot girl summer in their own ways. And of course, this is just my personal way I choose to live it. All right, love you guys. And remember, stay looking on the bright side, and I promise you it'll serve you really well. Bye.